Everybody in India talks about the English advantage. English, English, English. We are so better than other countries like China or others because we can speak English. So it is a great advantage that we have. Well, my friends, this is a complete myth, and I'm going to demonstrate that it is a myth. So basically, the arguments that people give are that English is the language of science and technology. One cannot study science and technology without knowing English. English is the language of modernity. English is a global language, it's the universal language. There can be no progress without English. So uh, that's the kind of arguments we get, not only from ordinary people, but also from our so called leaders and business leaders and other people. So that's the kind of argument we see everywhere in our society and our media. So let me show you some examples that bust this myth. Let's talk about Japan. Japan, my friends, is the world's most technologically advanced nation. Japan has reached the pinnacle of scientific and technological superstardom. It is the world's most advanced and most high tech society. It leads the world in every technology and industry. And all education in Japan is in the Japanese medium. Isn't that strange? Let's talk about China. China is currently ascending to scientific and technological excellence, as you know very well, my friends. Chinese products and technology are increasingly sophisticated and world class. And most scientists in China and engineers in China don't speak a word of English. They don't care to speak a word of English. And all education in China is in the Chinese medium. They are excelling in computing. They are excelling in artificial intelligence. They are excelling in every industry. They are excelling in quantum computing. They are about to overtake the US as the world's biggest economy. And all the education is in the Chinese medium, not in English. Isn't that strange? What happened to the English advantage? Let's talk about Korea. Korea is a high tech society. It is one of the most technologically advanced nations in the world. It has world class science and technology industries. You've heard of LG, Samsung, Hyundai, Kia Motors, etc. Well, in Korea also, all the education is in the Korean medium. Let's talk about Germany. Germany is Europe's science and technology and industry powerhouse. It has historically been the most technologically and industrially advanced nation in Europe. And strangely, all education is in the German medium. There's not a word of English. Wow, isn't that strange? Let's talk about France. Vive la France. You've heard of the Rafale aircraft. It's one of the best fighter aircraft in the world. You heard of the Scorpion submarines, some of the most advanced submarines in the world. They have so many industries, some of the world's best industries. They have the world's best nuclear program, etc. Well, in France, all education is in the French medium. They will never speak a word of English in France. Why is that? And how are they able to progress without English? I wonder. And what about this country? Our favorite country in India. We love Russia, don't we? Russia is a former superpower. It has world class science, technology, and space industries. It has world class scientists. It has some of the best physicists in the history of the world. And in Russia, all education is in the Russian medium. So, what happened to the English advantage? Let me give you some more examples, my friends, of the English advantage. There are two discoveries in the 20th century that completely changed the world. One is quantum mechanics, and the second is relativity. And these are some of the people who were the pioneers of quantum mechanics and relativity. Max Planck, the inventor, the father of the quantum, was German. He did all his research in German. His education was in German. Albert Einstein was German. He spoke German. He wrote his research papers in German. Max Born was German. Niels Bohr was from Denmark. He did not speak English when he was being educated. Erwin Schrödinger was Austrian and he studied in German. Louis de Broglie was French. He studied in French. He wrote his research papers in French. Willem Wien was German. Henri Becquerel was French. Wolfgang Pauli was Austrian. Werner Heisenberg was German. Arnold Sommerfeld was German. George Uhlenbeck was Dutch. Samuel Goudsmit was Dutch. Paul Ehrenfest was Dutch. And Enrico Fermi, Ettore Majorana, Emilio Segre, they were Italians. And all of their research was done either in German or French or Italian. All of their research papers were written in German, French, and or Italian. Had these people been forced to first learn English and then try to learn physics, then most of them would never have been able to graduate school or college. And there would have been no quantum mechanics, no relativity, no transistors or microchips or semiconductors, microprocessors, no USB drives, no solid state drives. You would not have any smartphones or DSLRs, no computers, no smartphones. The entire computer industry would not exist. You would not have lasers, LEDs, fiber optics. You would have no telecommunications industry. These communication that we are having today would not happen. We would not be able to make phone calls. We would not have any GPS, any MRI, etc. So all of this that we are enjoying today, the fruits of these uh, inventions and discoveries, quantum mechanics and relativity, it is all thanks to the German language, the French language, and Italian. There was no English involved in this. So I hope that I have been able to put across the fact that English is no great language. It is not the language of science and technology. It is actually an inferior language that we have been conditioned to believe is better. Okay. So English has to go. The solution to India's problems is very simple.